Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hard bosses in easy games. For this list, we'll be looking at relatively easy video games that throw a major difficulty spike at players in the form of a boss. Of course, difficulty is all relative. So head to the comments and let us know which bosses in easy games gave you the most trouble. Number 10. The Ender Dragon, Minecraft. Minecraft is one of the more stress-free games in the survival genre. You can even turn off enemies so you can collect and build without any interruptions. However, if you want to actually beat the game, so to speak, it means going up against the Ender Dragon. When facing the massive beast, it's best to go in as prepared as you can be. She loves to dive on the player using her talons and tail to deal decent damage even on easy. Of course, being a great big dragon, she's also more than comfortable hurling fire your way. Additionally, players have to destroy a group of crystals on top of fighting the dragon since they can heal her. Number 9. Clockwork, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus.
Sly Cooper, you have escaped my gas chamber and destroyed my death ray. Remarkable. You Coopers always find a way to beat me.
Always? So that was you in the background of all those old pictures in the Thievius Raccoonus.
From one wing's behemoth to another, Clockwork serves as the main villain of the Sly Cooper series. While the majority of the first game is a fun platformer that won't test your skills too much, the final boss can be tricky. The mechanical owl is fought in midair, with Sly using a jetpack to fly and shoot. Except you have to wait for your ally Carmelina to hit first before you can follow up. The first phase has you avoiding projectiles, while the second has you fly through electrical rings, which will kill you if you touch them. The third phase has you navigate precariously placed platforms surrounded by lasers and lava. With several ways to die instantly, better have a steady hand.
Redirect energy.
Number 8. Gruntilda Winky Bunyan, Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie is an easily digestible Saturday morning cartoon of a game, until you fight the main villain. Surprisingly, Grunty is fought across 5 phases, and she's pretty tough to hit during most of them. First, she dive bombs, forcing you to dodge and hit when she slows down. Then, you'll have to attack her during her very brief pauses of throwing fireballs at you, both on the ground and while in the air. Finally, you'll need to shoot eggs into a series of statues while she goes from firing from behind a force field to unloading fireballs with remarkable speed. Everything is made even harder by a projectile Grunty fires throughout that homes in on you, the damage of which is impossible to avoid without golden feathers. Number 7. Cletus Samson, Dead Rising.
Look, mister, if we're gonna fight these zombies, we need guns! Stay back! I trust them damn zombies about as far as I can throw them, but I trust people even less!
Capcom's Dead Rising grew popular by letting players craft ridiculous weapons to mow down hordes of the undead with ease. But zombies aren't the only enemies you face. Human bosses, referred to as psychopaths, switch up the mechanics and should be approached with caution. In the first game, the most challenging encounter by far came with Cletus, proprietor of the Huntin' Shack gun store. His shotgun obviously packs a mighty wallop, but it has more range than it should and will knock Frank to the ground on any hit. Adding to the annoyance is Cletus's tendency to hide behind his counter and heal. The fight isn't even that long, but it's definitely irritating. Number 6. Miracle Matter, Kirby 64: The Crystal Shards. With a frankly adorable presentation and a character with seemingly endless power, the Kirby games are usually light and breezy. It's no different in the Crystal Shards, except of course for the fight against Miracle Matter. For most bosses in the game, whatever ability you have can be used to lay waste. Unfortunately, Miracle Matter can transform to use any of the copy abilities, and can only be hurt in each state by that specific power. That means you have to keep swapping out while it attacks you, and it isn't as if you have a big window to unleash an attack. Miracle Matter makes the true final boss look like a chump in comparison. Number 5. Spike, Spyro, Year of the Dragon. You might not expect the second boss in a platformer to give players a hard time, but Spike from the third Spyro game definitely did. With a powerful gun at his disposal, Spike has a fast fire rate and can use different ammunition. His mechanics really aren't that noteworthy or hard to understand, he's just that tough. This was due to the game's adaptive difficulty. If you got stuck or died at the same part too many times, it would adjust. Because most players had no issues with the first 2 levels or the first boss, Spike gained a reputation for being the most challenging fight in the game. Thankfully, this was fixed in the Reignited trilogy. Number 4. Whitney, Pokemon Gold and Silver. As long as you understand type advantage and passive abilities, Pokemon is one of the easier RPG franchises to get into. Yet, in the second generation of games, there's a boss who will bring your dreams of becoming a Pokemon master to a startling halt. Whitney of the Goldenrod City Gym specializes in normal types and has one seriously overpowered Miltank. This prize-winning cow alone has the ability to wreck entire teams due to 3 infuriating attacks: Rollout, which attacks 5 times in a row and deals more damage with each hit, Milk Drink, which restores half of its max HP, and Attract, which makes your Pokemon less likely to attack if it's male. She's only the 3rd gym leader. She shouldn't be this hard. Number 3. Azazel, Tekken 6. When you aren't facing another player, fighting games are usually much more manageable. Most can make it through the majority of Tekken 6's story mode without issue. But every player, from the most casual to the most experienced, hits a roadblock when it comes to the final boss, Azazel. Nothing in the game can prepare you for something so monumentally unbalanced. He's at least twice the size of the average character, giving his attacks an insane reach. He can stun, breathe fire, lunge from across the arena, and auto-blocks during certain attacks. But he also has the strength befitting of an ancient demon, which means you'll only last mere moments before the fight is over. Number 2. Inner Agent 3, Splatoon 2, Octo Expansion. Difficulty can clearly change in Splatoon 2's multiplayer depending on a variety of factors, but its single-player campaign will certainly be less hectic. However, when Nintendo released the Octo expansion, it turned up the heat. The fight against the sanitized Agent 3 is definitely tough, but everything is multiplied during the rematch against a more powerful version. Not only are they stronger, but they have an extra phase as well as higher accuracy and health. Across the 5 sections, they'll unleash supreme damage with a variety of weapons. It basically feels like you're going up against a pro player one-on-one, so you better keep on your toes.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Taboo Super Smash Bros. Brawl. This iteration of Smash gave players a story mode with the Subspace Emissary. You could choose your difficulty, but as long as you picked one relative to your skill level, it shouldn't have been too challenging. But when you make it to the end, Taboo will destroy you no matter what setting you're on. This boss has a variety of frustrating attacks, many of which can span the arena, and some of which can one-shot one of your fighters. On top of that, he's very quick, can teleport, and leaves you a very small window to prepare for his next onslaught. The game even lets you assemble whatever team you want, but Taboo will make you question how good you are with them. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.